welcome to One Africa Mission with your brother Dobia Anzanse. We are here at the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Center, and then it's so emotional after we went tour with my mother here, or yes, if I may put it that way. So we are here to find out from her all the things that she told us today and her own opinion and advice to the youth, to this generation of Africans. So Ma, you're welcome to One Africa Mission.
Thank you.
Today we've learned a lot about the great Kwame Nkrumah, and then his dream of a united Africa. Ma, we just wanted to find out from you, is this something that Africa can realize?
In my view or my opinion, we can. We can. Because Kwame Nkrumah, his vision was, he said some many years ago, is happening now. So he said we Africans are capable of managing our own affairs. And we have everything in Africa, everything, we have it. So if we can come together, I think the outsiders or the Westerners will come begging us for money, not always we going to beg them for money. And also, we the youth have to hold our leaders accountable. When they are coming, they tell us we'll do A, we'll do B. But at the end of the day, they don't do it. But we just leave them to go. So the others will say, okay, because they are not asking them to account for what they told them, let's also go deceive them.
And do the same.
And do the same thing. And also I think because of the unemployment. So when the youth are there and they give them something little to go cause mayhem, they accept it and go do it. But if we can say no to them, I think with time it will change and Africa will be one and the vision
will be realized.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I know when you took us around and then you were telling us about who Kwame Nkrumah is, you can see that this was a selfless leader, a visionary leader, and a charismatic leader, and somebody who wanted like the best for Africa, and then he was ready to sacrifice everything to see a united Africa. Do you think we have such leaders today who will sacrifice everything for the continent of Africa?
We still have few, but just that they are dumb, they are not coming out because I think they need support. Or with time now, with the agitation, when you look at the way some of the youth are really fighting, not like fighting they are among themselves, but fighting the leaders.
The system.
Yes, I think with time it will come to visualization that we will have to stand out on our own. I think we'll do it with little support from those other selfless men. I know we have the older ones. Some also are like Kwame Nkrumah, but they are afraid. So if they can advise the youth or they should guide them how to do it or where to go, we'll get there. We still have some, because when some come to the park, the way they talk, you can see that they have something in them that they can show, but I think they need a little push.
I think Kwame Nkrumah and the likes of Malcolm X say something about as black people, we are not being marginalized because of our religion. We are not being marginalized because of our tribe, but we are marginalized because we are Africans living in the continent of Africa. So I want to find out from you, Ma, the youth of Africa, whether we like it or not, there is something we call tribalism in Africa. I just arrived here from Ethiopia, and these are realities that we must face. Do you think we can put aside our so-called differences? Because at the end of the day, just as you were explaining to us, Kwame Nkrumah, he tried to represent everybody. So do you think like the youth of Africa today, or this generation of Africans, can put aside our so-called tribal religious differences and come together to work for the collective good of Africa? It's a difficult question.
It's a difficult question. But I think we need more education on how to come together. And I know some of the places, I will not pinpoint any tribe or whatever, but we have it since generation that some tribes don't come together because of what happened during the olden days. But now with education, and now we also do intermarriages. So even Kwame Nkrumah started
that.
a Ghanaian marrying an Egyptian.
Yeah.
So the two countries can never fight. Because if Ghanaians are fighting Egyptian, their relatives or their state citizen are there. So why do we fight?
Yes.
So without intermarriages, because now we all grow in the cities. I don't even know where you are coming from. I don't know your background.
Yeah.
First, they do check background before marriage, but now there's nothing like that. We love each other. We move on. So
move
I think
together.
with that one, it will stop. With time, it will stop.
No.
It will.
And then talking about this is Kwame Nkrumah, and this is the wife of Kwame Nkrumah. The love never ends. Even till death, they still love each other and they're still together. And then you talk about Nkrumah marrying the wife based on political decision. I had an argument with a sister. We are in a Pan-African group, and I had an argument because she was this kind of like that Kwame Nkrumah betrayed West Africa or Africa, Ghana. He could have married from Ghana and all that. And I tried to educate her, even though I'm not in depth when it comes to that than yourself. I just want you to give me or give my people a little bit education as to why Kwame Nkrumah had to go far away to Egypt to marry instead of West Africa or Ghana.
Indeed, Ghanaian ladies are beautiful.
Yes, true.
They are. They are very beautiful. That's why he had a son with a Ghanaian woman. But because of bringing Africans together, though there was love, but he was sacrificing something for Africa. So taking someone from Africa, Fatia, also a beautiful woman.
Yes.
Africa, all the ladies are beautiful.
Beautiful, yes.
But that South North is, we are all beautiful.
True.
So beginning, it wasn't easy. But I think with time explaining to them that Fatia is also an African.
Yes.
Though the skin is lighter, it's still an African.
Yeah.
So he married an African. And we should also take it, for example, like Nkrumah becoming a co-president of Guinea.
As well.
He wasn't from Guinea. Guinea is a francophone country, and Ghana anglophone. But look at how it happened. So we shouldn't look at Nkrumah not marrying a Ghanaian lady. Then what about
because he hates
accepting him as their co-president?
True.
We should do it. If I'll have the chance, I could have married from another African country.
Yeah.
But marry again, I think my kids or other siblings will do so.
So Pan-Africans or African people, my beautiful sister here, you can see how her daughters will look like. So guys, be ready. Come home, come and get beautiful African queens and get married, so that intermarriages will break these so-called differences we have. At the end of the day, we are never different. We are one people as Africans. So I just want your advice to the youth of Africa. What should we do? What can we do to see this dream of Nkrumah and the rest become a reality? Because we cannot let them down. I'm sure some of them are happy to see that the youth are waking up to follow their footsteps. What is your advice to the youth of Africa? Your last point.
Thank you. I think with the youth, we should read, we should research. I think we just have more time on the social media doing things that will not help us. But let us read more about our leaders, our former leaders, what the vision they have for us. And when we learn from what they have, we can follow their footsteps. So I'm using this opportunity to invite the youth to visit Kwame Nkrumah Park, learn about him. We have a lot of stories about him when you come here.
Inspirational stories.
When you're out there, a lot of rumors, lots of lies. So come here and learn the truth. And with not only Kwame Nkrumah, we have other Africans that fought for Africa, like Patrice Lumumba,
and
Nelson Mandela, and so we should read more about them and follow what they left, and we can get there.
All right. So to the youth of Africa, as long as you are an African, try and visit this particular place. As this is the advice from my mother, try and come here, and then you will see for yourself what Kwame Nkrumah has done, and other leaders, not just here, but even in your own country. Try and visit and learn about those leaders, because through their inspirational works that we can get there, we can get to the promised land. Ma, we thank you very much for coming to One Africa Mission. We are really happy. We privileged to see you talking to us in One Africa Mission. Thank you very much.
Thank you too. You're welcome.
Thank you.